that easily take out a city, pretty easily take out a country, sometimes take out, like the one that took out the dinosaurs, take out pretty much every big living thing on the planet. That's happened before and it will happen again.
In the peaceful Yellowstone Park, something menacing has caught the attention of even experienced experts. A startling transformation that's both intriguing and unsettling has been unearthed. Visitors, once welcomed by nature's splendor, are now barred from entry due to the park's unsettling transformation. The Yellowstone National Park might just shut down. As whispers grow into cries of concern, Brian Cox sheds light on the situation, unraveling secrets from beneath the park's surface. He alarms the world that there is a staggering 320% increase in the risk of a sudden eruption. Today, we dive deep into the allure of Yellowstone, uncovering both its captivating charm and the imminent danger that forced its gates shut. Stay with us as we uncover what's hidden behind the gates of Yellowstone. Mostly covering Wyoming, Yellowstone National Park also spreads into parts of Montana and Idaho. This vast area holds a rich history carrying stories of explorers, indigenous tribes, and determined settlers. But Yellowstone Park's real wonder goes beyond its beautiful lakes and mountains. It's the hidden magic beneath the surface that truly captivates. Beneath the park lies the Earth's core, revealing its ancient secrets through mesmerizing geothermal features. Over 10,000 of these mysterious wonders create a unique landscape that enchants anyone who sees it. As you explore this huge expanse, you'll witness a spectacular display of geothermal marvels spread across its immense 2 million acres. Hot springs create colorful mosaics from their mineral-rich waters. Mud pots bubble with acidic compounds and bacteria. Fumaroles release steam with hissing sounds, and steaming geysers erupt as you pass by them. The hot springs are situated in the heart of a magical landscape, where geothermal wonders give way to a surreal world. Steam gently rises from the surface of the water, creating a captivating scene that attracts visitors from distant places. These hot springs are a sought-after destination for travelers who seek peace and healing, or simply want to admire the beauty of nature's artwork. The radiant colors of these springs are due to the presence of thermophilic bacteria, which thrive in extreme heat and create pigments that react with sunlight. The result is an exquisite range of hues that shift with the changing light of the day. Some blues shimmer like sapphires, oranges that glow like embers, and yellows that burst forth like a golden sun. Some people even believe that these hot springs possess therapeutic properties. The warmth penetrates deep into the skin, relieving stress, soothing aches, and making the soul alive again. Despite their beauty, these springs are not without danger. The boiling temperatures can cause severe burns, and the fragile crust around the springs can give way. Signs warn tourists to tread carefully, respecting the delicate balance of this enchanting ecosystem. As you move on, the bubbling of mud pots captures one's attention immediately. These mud pots are a mesmerizing blend of scant water, potent bacteria, and acidic wonders. These pots have an interesting science behind them. They have a long history of bacteria drawing energy from the rich reserves of underground hydrogen sulfide. This vital life force undergoes a transformative process, converting into sulfuric acid. This acid then interacts with the earth, sculpting clay minerals meticulously. Over time, this interaction between the acid and clay gave birth to the captivating mud cauldrons we see today. Moving further on, you get to behold the fumaroles. Candidly dubbed as nature's steaming chimneys, they hiss and sputter their way into your consciousness. Their heat can scorch senses, climbing to an astounding 280 degrees Fahrenheit. The fumaroles burst forth with steam born from the minimal water that rises up rapidly. Yet amidst all these wonders, it's the geysers that steal the limelight, holding visitors in a trance. Springs are scattered across the landscape, releasing water with a primal force that is nothing short of magical. These eruptions break the tranquility of the lush landscapes, creating a captivating spectacle for all to see. Of the world's 900 active geysers, around 500 reside in Yellowstone. This makes the park a hotspot for those seeking to witness nature's breathtaking performances. The crown jewel of these geysers is the iconic Old Faithful. True to its name, Old Faithful is a testament to nature's punctuality. Approximately every 90 minutes, visitors gather around in anticipation, waiting for the spectacular eruption. As the geyser thrusts water up to a staggering height of 180 feet, it leaves the audience in awe, making it a must-visit for anyone traveling to this natural wonderland. Overlooking this geothermal theater is the vast expanse of Yellowstone Lake. It is a high-altitude gem that covers an impressive 130 square miles, providing a serene backdrop to the dynamic geothermal performances nearby. As it stretches out, it offers a sense of peace to those who venture into its waters, with boating and fishing being popular pursuits amidst the breathtaking panorama. The lake's shimmering waters reflect the sky and surrounding beauty, making it a dreamlike setting for relaxation and contemplation. However, more than water lovers are catered to. For the adventure-driven, the land surrounding the lake is an exciting adventure. Trail paths invite hikers to explore the diverse terrain, ranging from deep canyons and towering mountains to lush forests. Every step promises discovery and a closer connection to nature. Whether on water or land, Yellowstone Lake and its environs captivate and inspire. Moving yet further on, you see the perpetual jets, which, just like the relentless geyser at Black Warrior Lake, unleash ceaseless eruptions. Or you may see the intermittent springs, reminiscent of the blade pool that periodically burst forth. Amidst these, you further get to behold nearly 300 cascading waterfalls standing still. Every corner unfolds a marvel, and as you gaze at the grizzly bears, wolves, bison, and elk, a feeling of urgency grips you. With such stunning beauty and such a breathtaking geothermal spectacle, it is quite unfortunate that Yellowstone Park is closing. But as Brian Cox unfolds the underlying reasons, one understands that this decision couldn't possibly be evaded. Beneath Yellowstone's captivating vistas hides a dormant titan, the supervolcano. This caldera, a sprawling volcanic chasm spanning 45 miles, has a long history of cataclysmic eruption from millennia past. As remnants of that age-old devastation sleep below, an unsettling reality emerges, the potential reawakening of this slumbering giant. But one is led to ask the question, why are they closing it now? Those who are residents or are affiliated with a little bit of the history of Yellowstone Park know that it has been closed temporarily multiple times before as well. However, this time may be permanent. Brian Cox states that the supervolcano seems so terrifying at this hour that Montana and Idaho may not be the only ones unsafe from their burning claws. Yellowstone National Park was last closed in 2020's COVID-19 pandemic. The park's gates were firmly shut, echoing the stillness of worldwide lockdowns. The Alder Creek fire raged, its flames licking the skies of early August. The park's heartbeats were silenced as its lands bore the fury. Quick action safeguarded visitors, yet scars remained, and parts of the park whispered of danger, staying shut till safety was assured. Gaze further back and you'll find tales of closures, roaring fires, cascading floods, nature's theater in full display. Brian Cox, commenting on why Yellowstone Park may be permanently closed this time, talks about the stirring beneath the park, involving the dormant supervolcano. Although the actual volcano resides in northwestern Wyoming, a vast portion of Yellowstone is characterized by molten and semi-molten rock, known as magma. This magma continuously shifts, accumulating in a deep subterranean reservoir referred to as a magma chamber. Over time, this magma solidifies, and its movement has profound effects on the park's landscape. Researchers have intensely monitored these activities. Their observations revealed that between 2004 and 2009, Yellowstone's ground elevation increased by an alarming 25 centimeters. However, in 2010, a reverse trend appeared, with the terrain beginning its descent. This continuous fluctuation signifies the unpredictable nature of the supervolcano, underscoring the need for constant vigilance. An expert team of scientific researchers has also been using a temperature recording system in the Norris Geyser Basin to monitor activity and get information about the eruptions happening in the geyser. Yellowstone Park's Norris Geyser Basin, one of the oldest and most active thermal areas in the U.S., is currently under intensive scrutiny due to its heightened and unpredictable thermal activities. Researchers have been utilizing advanced temperature recording systems to closely monitor the Norris Basin. Historical records show that the basin boasts of thermal features dating as far back as 115,000 years. What's even more alarming is the temperature beneath an astounding 459 degrees Fahrenheit, being just a mere 1,000 feet below its surface. Among the numerous marvels of the Norris Basin, the Steamboat Geyser stands out prominently. Being a towering spectacle, it reaches a staggering height of 400 feet. Historically, its eruptions were infrequent and erratic, sometimes occurring every few days or lying dormant for up to 50 years. However, 2018 marked a dramatic shift in its behavior. The geyser erupted a record-breaking 32 times that year. Astonishingly, it surpassed this record the following year with 48 eruptions. Fast forward to 2023, and the surprises haven't ceased. As of May 7th, the park reported its fourth unexpected eruption of the year. This recent eruption occurred near the renowned Old Faithful geyser, which, contrary to its name, erupted unpredictably. Along with this unexpected gush, a new thermal phenomenon was observed, discharging a mixture of mud and boiling water. Due to the potential hazards posed by these unpredictable thermal activities, authorities made the decisive move to close off nearby boardwalks, ensuring the safety of all visitors. Moving back to 2022, Yellow Park grabbed headlines after eruptions unearthed discarded human debris from years gone by. But there's more to the story. The University of Utah took decisive action by installing a sophisticated seismograph network in and around the park. With strategically placed seismometers, the team of experts keenly monitored and continued to monitor every minor quake and tremor, honing in on volcanic activities that might be lurking below. The seismic data offers crucial insights into the depth, location, and magnitude of earthquakes, revealing invaluable information about magma movement and potential volcanic processes. Shockingly, the tally for earthquakes in the region stands at 148 this year alone. The park's unnerving developments and seismic revelations have raised alarms. The situation demands urgent attention, and the message is clear. Yellow Park is hinting at something, and we must pay heed. We have been talking about the impending danger of the supervolcano for a long time now. But what is a supervolcano? What makes it different from an ordinary one? Simply put, a supervolcano is a volcano on steroids. Unlike its milder normal version, it is nature's equivalent of a nuclear weapon capable of causing unparalleled devastation. What sets supervolcanoes apart? Brian Cox claims that it is the magnitude of their eruptions. If regular volcanoes are explosive, supervolcanoes are cataclysmic. The eruptions of these giants are so potent that they can drastically influence the Earth's climate, leading to what is commonly termed volcanic winters. Yellowstone Park is a testament to this latent power. The enchanting geysers and picturesque landscapes conceal a history marred by VEI-8 eruptions. The Volcanic Explosivity Index, VEI, is a numerical scale used by scientists to measure the intensity of volcanic eruptions. A VEI-8 eruption is the zenith of this scale, representing a force incomprehensible to most. Yellowstone, as is common knowledge, is not an isolated entity. The Long Valley caldera, positioned near the revered Mammoth Mountain in California, is another looming specter of destruction. California's intricate network of molten rock chambers, especially those along the infamous San Andreas Fault, only adds to its precariousness. This vulnerability is further underscored by the state's predisposition to seismic activities, with the potential of unleashing earthquakes up to a magnitude of 6. To truly grasp the enormity of the situation, one must delve into the nuances of the VEI. The index's lower stages, VEI 0 to VEI 4, while potent, are largely localized phenomena. Such eruptions, though impactful, primarily affect regions close to the epicenter. As we ascend to VEI 5, the dynamics change. Here, the ash plumes amplify, spewing vast amounts of volcanic materials or tephra across extensive areas. This leads to disrupted transportation, crippled infrastructure, and a substantial strain on local ecosystems. The gravest warning, however, comes from eruptions classified as VEI 6 to VEI 8. These are the harbingers of unparalleled mayhem. The eruption columns of supervolcanoes in this category are so colossal that they pierce the stratosphere, dispersing astronomical volumes of materials across the Earth. These rare, yet intensely powerful eruptions can offset global weather systems, resulting in prolonged cold spells, failed crops, and a plethora of environmental and societal challenges. The Yellowstone supervolcano is a ticking time bomb. In a startling 2014 study, researchers unveiled the catastrophic implications of its potential eruption. A massive discharge could blanket regions including Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Colorado, with a suffocating 3-foot layer of ash. Moreover, arguably the most widespread impact of a Yellowstone eruption would be the resultant climatic shift. The supervolcano holds the power to spew over 1,000 cubic kilometers of ash and debris into the atmosphere. This would not merely cause a temporary dimming of the skies. The extensive ash and sulfur compounds released would form an aerosol shield, reducing the amount of sunlight reaching the Earth's surface. The aftermath is a volcanic winter. The cooling effect could plummet global temperatures by several degrees for many years, leading to shortened growing seasons. This sudden drop in temperature would decimate crops worldwide, leading to food shortages and potential famine. Historical eruptions, like that of Mount Tambora in 1815, led to the year without a summer in 1816, with widespread agricultural failures. The effects of Yellowstone would likely be more pronounced and prolonged. The immediate vicinity of Yellowstone would witness colossal devastation. Pyroclastic flows, such as superheated torrents of gas, ash, and rocks, would incinerate everything in their path, laying waste to vast areas. However, the ash fallout wouldn't be restricted to the surrounding region. Depending on the wind patterns, a thick layer of ash would blanket a significant portion of the United States. Cities like Denver, Salt Lake City, and even far-off places like New York could witness ashfall. This would not only destroy infrastructure, but also pose respiratory threats to millions of people, animals, and vital water resources. Moreover, thick layers of ash are extremely heavy. When compounded with rainfall, it can lead to roof collapses, threatening the safety of countless homes and buildings. The economic consequences of the eruption would be felt globally. The immediate devastation and subsequent cleanup in the affected areas would require billions, if not trillions, of dollars. With the U.S. being a major economic hub, the shock waves would ripple through global financial markets, potentially leading to a worldwide economic downturn or depression. Trade routes would be disrupted, especially air travel, due to the hazardous ash clouds. This could halt the movement of goods and people for extended periods, crippling industries and businesses dependent on timely deliveries. In the wake of the eruption, we would not just face an environmental disaster, but a profound health crisis. Inhalation of volcanic ash can lead to silicosis, a debilitating lung disease. Moreover, with the ash contaminating water supplies, there would be an increased risk of waterborne diseases. The volcanic winter and the resultant food shortages would exacerbate malnutrition rates. Mental health would also suffer, with countless people displaced, losing their homes, or witnessing the death of loved ones. The environmental consequences would be extensive. Ashfall and the associated chemicals could acidify water systems, leading to fish and aquatic life die-offs. The shift in climate would disrupt migratory patterns and could lead to the extinction of various flora and fauna not equipped to handle the sudden change in their environment. On a societal level, the stress of the eruption could lead to both local and international conflicts. Resource scarcity, especially regarding food and clean water, could heighten tensions between nations and within communities. Nations would face the daunting challenge of managing mass evacuations, providing relief to affected regions, and maintaining order in an increasingly chaotic environment. International cooperation would be imperative, but not guaranteed. With all these possibilities in mind, one begins to wonder, why didn't someone come up with anything all this time? Well, according to Brian Cox, for most of the human interaction with the Titanic, we were in the dark. It was only in the 1960s that researchers began uncovering the immensity of the supervolcano, and by the 1980s, it was clear that this ancient beast still had a pulse. The unpredictable nature of volcanoes, lacking the precision of a machine, is a cause for deep concern. Their sporadic tendencies mean that while they might lay dormant for ages, they can awaken without much forewarning. Such uncertainty often leads to complacency among the general populace, downplaying the potential risks at hand. Then comes the government. While the supervolcano remains a looming threat, governments face a dilemma. The unpredictability makes it challenging to implement full-scale protective measures. After all, pouring vast resources into a threat that may not manifest for centuries seems impractical. Yet, the potential devastation necessitates at least foundational preparations, such as early warning systems and public education initiatives. Infrastructure, like emergency shelters and healthcare facilities, must also be considered, albeit judiciously, to avoid wasteful spending. Some experts argue that a massive eruption, akin to a supervolcano or caldera, may not be in Yellow Park's future. However, the unpredictable nature of these geological giants reminds us of one thing: assumptions can be costly. The urgency to stay vigilant and informed remains paramount. Scientists and various organizations are on a relentless quest to ensure our safety, keenly observing this subterranean activity. The reasons for this unceasing attention are manifold. Factors like plate tectonic shifts and alterations in underground magma chambers have been speculated as potential catalysts for intensified volcanic activity. Moreover, there is an intriguing discourse surrounding recent earthquakes and their possible link to future volcanic eruptions. But it's essential to remember that thousands of these tremors occur yearly. Most go unnoticed due to their minuscule magnitude, with 4 specific seismic swarms accounting for about half of the seismic occurrences each month. Deciphering the intricacies of volcanic systems is no simple feat, with numerous variables at play. However, continuous monitoring and data collection at Yellowstone have empowered scientists to expand their understanding of the Yellowstone caldera, drawing pivotal conclusions. To ensure a detailed understanding, scientists don't solely rely on seismometers. Cutting-edge satellite technology aids in observing even the most minute changes in Earth's surface position. By comparing such measurements over consistent intervals, they can discern any landscape alterations hinting at volcanic activities. Moreover, invaluable GPS data dives deeper into the nuances of magma movement beneath the surface, shedding light on potential eruption precursors. To further ensure our safety, gas monitoring stations dot the park, strategically positioned to provide real-time alerts. Recent observations have shown alarming changes that experts cannot ignore. Analyzing stations within the park continually monitor gases such as sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide released by the supervolcano. Fluctuations in these emissions offer vital insights into the movements of magma and rocks beneath. A significant deviation from the norm may suggest escalated volcanic activity. Efforts have been made to understand and even mitigate the risks. For instance, NASA once proposed a daring solution: to pump water into the volcano. The theory was that this water could siphon off some of the system's heat, thereby decreasing the threat of a catastrophic pressure buildup. But the more experts delved into this strategy, the clearer it became that the approach was fraught with dangers and complexities. With all this in mind, we also have the resurgent domes to look after. Yellowstone is home to 2 significant resurgent domes, Mallard Lake and Sour Creek. But what exactly are resurgent domes? Imagine a gigantic bubble of magma trying to push its way to the surface, exerting upward pressure. Over time, this force causes the ground to rise, creating a dome-like structure. This phenomenon is precisely what's happening with these 2 domes in Yellowstone. First up, Mallard Lake. This dome has seen considerable ground uplift over the years, giving geologists a fascinating subject of study. Situated near the renowned Old Faithful, Mallard Lake is a testament to the dynamic forces simmering just below our feet. Similarly, the Sour Creek Dome, located to the northeast of Yellowstone Lake, is another prominent resurgent dome. Its continuous rise and the geothermal features around it give us a clear picture of the magma's activity beneath. While these domes might seem quiet and static from a distance, they are a vivid reminder of Yellowstone's volcanic nature. The geysers, the hot springs, and the fumaroles all hint at the magmatic processes that are constantly at work below. The upward movement of these domes isn't just a random occurrence. It's evidence of the active magmatic system of the Yellowstone supervolcano. Monitoring these domes helps us understand the park's geological behavior better. Thanks for joining us. Don't skip the video displayed on your screen. It's phenomenal.